Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, I feel necessarily moved to start this particular piece from the literary circles. So to literature we go, and to Scotland we do go, to go and visit one of their premier literary sons, Robert Burns. So Robert Burns quotation, I cannot quite remember the title of the piece, but the quote that I'm reaching for is, "The best laid plans of mice and men can still go wrong." So that is the quotation. The best laid plans of mice and men can still go wrong. As guys, I bring you this. Buhari condemns attempted coup in Niger Republic, says Nigeria can't be indifferent. So of course, Buhari, as we all know, I don't think anybody is still under any misapprehension. Buhari, of course, from Niger Republic, and I did do a video where he admitted that he is from Niger Republic, but I never got around to editing it, and I think it's lost in the archives somewhere. If I can still dig it up, then I'll edit it and post it. But certainly, categorically, Buhari is from Niger Republic. So of course, a lot of the wealth and a lot of the administration that his particular regime are administering are sort of more into the Niger Republic hinterlands than anything else. The first country that he visited when Goodluck Jonathan surrendered the Nigerian state to him was Niger Republic. The people that visit him the most are the presidents and functionaries of Niger Republic. Niger Republic has given him the highest honor that that country has to offer, and he in turn has renamed the most prominent road in Abuja after the president of Niger Republic. So it's from Niger Republic, Mallam Buhari. I don't even think I don't think I really need to explain that, and I'm sorry that I'm explaining that because you all know that Buhari is from Niger Republic. So now, part of that Fulanization agenda, it necessarily encompasses Niger Republic, because of course you recall that Buhari said not that long ago that history has not in any way affected the relationship between Nigeria and Niger Republic, that the intrusion of the Europeans has not affected the relationship between Nigeria and Niger Republic. He said that within the last 2-3 weeks or so. What he is saying then, by extension, because of course you have to remember that Niger Republic is a francophone country and Nigeria is an anglophone country. So what he is saying by extension, that the intrusion of the Europeans has not in any way affected the relationship between Nigeria and Niger Republic. What he is saying in effect is that he does not recognize any border lines between his small family in Katsina that are relocated to Katsina and his extended family, his uncles, cousins, grandparents, etc., and his own even immediate family, because I'm sure he must have a wife there or something. So he doesn't recognize that there's that border between his families effectively, because his families, some of them are on the Nigerian side and the others are on the Niger side, and he is saying by that comments that the intrusion of the Europeans has not in any way interrupted or disrupted the relationship between Nigeria and Niger Republic. What he is saying in effect is that it does not recognize any borders between the two countries. So in effect, the people of Niger Republic, they have free access to Nigeria, and of course we all see them accessing Nigeria freely, to the point that you go on the streets of Onitsha and you come across a Fulani man who does not speak a word of English or Nigerian language, but if you say parlez-vous français, his eyes will spark up. So free access. So now, part of that free access and the Fulanization agenda, etc., it needs that potent component of Niger Republic being on board. So they have to have control of Niger Republic. And the guy that was there, by the way, the president of Niger Republic, the outgoing president, is Buhari's relative, and the person that Buhari has now hand chosen to be the successor of that outgoing president is also Buhari's relative. So now, if that coup attempt in Niger Republic succeeds, and by the way, a lot of military hardware that Nigeria buys also finds its way to the Niger Republic. You recall recently they were telling us that there was an Air Force plane that suddenly disappeared in a Borno region in Borno State. So I don't know how an aircraft disappears. If it has been brought down, then you say it has been brought down. If it crash landed, then you say that it's crash landed. But just to say that it disappeared in Borno, we're not talking Bermuda Triangle, we're talking Borno. So of course, that's gone and been parked somewhere in Niger Republic. So they need to have control and oversight and firm grip of Niger Republic for the Fulanization agenda that they are playing out in Nigeria to succeed. Because if the president of the government of Niger Republic is not malleable to their manipulations, then of course it becomes more difficult then for them to surreptitiously carry out their nefarious agenda. So this is the gameplay. So of course now this is a real existential threat to the Fulanization agenda of the Buhari regime, as again Buhari condemns attempted coup in Niger Republic, says Nigeria can't be indifferent. So now let's now see now how Mallam Buhari alarms at the goings-on being waged against his relative in Niger Republic. President Muhammadu Buhari has condemned the attempted coup in the Niger Republic, saying any illegal attempt to depose a democratically elected government is not only despicable but also unacceptable to democratic governments around the world. So let's just pause there for a moment. So because these are quite, if you are talking hypocrites, because this is not the first time and this is not the last time that I will use the word hypocrite to describe this guy. So let's just reread that. Any illegal effort to depose a democratically elected government is not only despicable but also unacceptable to democratic governments around the world. So now let's now look at who is saying this. The person that is saying this is Major General Buhari, the person that truncated the last civilian administration that Nigeria had before we came into this fourth republic, of which he is now benefiting the largest slice of the cake of. The person that truncated the third republic, the third democratic experimentation within the Nigerian space, the Shagari regime, the person that truncated that regime was Major General Buhari. And how did he truncate this? He truncated the Shagari regime via this vehicle that he is now describing as unacceptable and despicable. So it is unacceptable and despicable to carry out a coup now, but was it unacceptable and despicable when he carried out his coup that brought him into prominence and has been riding off the back of, it's a treasonable act, by the way. We have to understand, coup plotting is a treasonable act because it is high treason against the state to forcefully seize charge of the state against the will of the people. And that is what coup is, because nobody has elected you, nobody has appointed you. You have carried guns to seize charge of a sovereign state. That is the highest form of treason, and of course it is despicable and unacceptable. But then, of course, the first culprit of it, of course, is Mallam Buhari. We carry on. Speaking in a telephone conversation with Mohamedou Isafau, his counterpart and outgoing president, on the situation in Niger Republic, President Buhari warned that the international community is hostile to the change of government by violent and unconstitutional means. It is utterly naive to attempt the removal of an elected government by force. Just look at those words. The hypocrisy, it just seeps. the hypocrisy just seeps through those words. It is utterly naive to attempt the removal of an elected government by force. Military political adventurers should respect the will of the people and respect constitutional order. I am particularly concerned about the negative impact of coups on African stability, peace and progress. Nigeria cannot be indifferent to these dangers in Africa. Coups are out of fashion, and the involvement of the military in violent change of government is doing more harm than good in Africa, the president said. The Nigerian leader urged African leaders to remain united against coup under whatever guise or form, warning coup plotters to learn lessons from history on the consequences of instability caused by violent takeover of government. President Buhari also used the occasion to congratulate the president-elect Mohamed Bazoum on his election victory and the outgoing president's commitment to orderly and peaceful transfer of power. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The hypocrisy is just, the hypocrisy stands alone. Look at the best thing for Mallam Buhari to have done, of course, was to keep quiet. And if he wanted to run commentaries, then he should run commentaries privately, because of course the president of our Niger Republic is his first cousin. The person that is replacing him is the son of his first cousin, so it's a family business. So this is something that they could have discussed, and of course Niger Republic has access to all of the hardware that the Nigerian army has bought, because of course, as he said, he doesn't recognize any demarcations between the two spaces. So he could have done that privately rather than coming out into the public space to embarrass himself in this manner, calling it as despicable and unacceptable, and an embarrassment that causes instability. This, of course, something that brought him to prominence, and this something that is really the first thing that is attached to his name. A coup plotter, describing coup plotters as being lesser than. This is the hypocrisy that we're contending with. Come share thoughts about all this with me in the comment section. But before you come into the comment section to engage, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. The bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Click on like as well, because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. Once you've done all the clickings, the hypocrite that is Mallam Buhari, of course, it doesn't have the cranial functioning to identify the hypocrisy in what he's saying, but hypocrisy nevertheless. So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on within the comment section, but here I say peace.